my dear Virgo. This is a love reading, a prediction for Virgo season, August 22nd to September 22nd, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, happy birthday to all Virgos out there. And this reading is supported by Therese and Lindsay. And if you also want to support a reading from me, you can follow the donation link in the description box. And this will be a love reading for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this side is you, it can as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Leo season that is already up. We are on our way into the first part of Leo season right now. Or you can check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click the headline of each playlist to see all the videos that the playlist contains. And I will start shuffling your cards. And I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. Okay. So, when I open your deck here, I see Page of Pentacles with the High Priestess in reversed. So it might be that it's something that you want to do, but it might not be totally accordingly with what your soul really wants. It might be more that you are trying to please someone or trying to be like a good trooper or trying to be a good person or a good worker or something else. I'm seeing there. Flipped. It was one of the smoky quartz crystals that fallen on the pyramid. So it seems like something you want to do is more accordingly to domestication and what you think other people are expecting from you than what you're actually working along with your own intuition at this point. So don't fall into the trap of trying to be liked and loved by others. Try to tune yourself into yourself and your highest, the highest part of your soul to know what you need to do. So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the High Priestess in the upright position together with the Five of Cups. So it shows some kind of disappointment. So it might be that you're trying to avoid disappointment. It's very natural. We try to be our best when we are with other people. And we try to be our best when we perform at work or when we are, for example, in a love relationship. Because we don't want to be disappointed. But maybe there's a higher knowing for you here underneath the surface where you know that this is not in your highest interest, this is not in your highest good. But you're probably trying to avoid feeling disappointed or maybe have put in a lot of work into a situation to just see it, to just have to say no to it basically. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have the Star card in the reverse together with the High Priestess in the reverse. So you don't feel like heaven is on your side, like they're always putting you into a situation where you need to say no to your dream or no to that little bit troublesome partner, okay, but again you had to say no to it, or someone said no to you even though you did your very best. But remember that rejection is God's protection. So this situation that you're trying so hard to fit into or apply yourself into is not for you. There's something better if you can work on being very in tune with yourself and probably your values and morals and principles. It doesn't mean that you're sinful if you don't. It just means that inside the core of you, you know what's the best to do, and you also know how you don't want to be treated. But sometimes we can just overlook this because we want love so much and we don't want to put in effort into something and later come out disappointed. So you feel like disaligned with the divine but you aren't, okay? You are very much aligned. It's just that you want to go that way and your soul wants to go that way, and it sees that if you go that way you will have better rewards in the end that you would have now with making false compromises. Okay, so 6 elements, and here we have the 5 of Wands with the High Priestess. So it really shows that you need to have you need to stand your ground, or sit your ground, as this High Priestess is doing. She's a high value person, and she'd rather be in conflict with someone than selling out her soul, okay? So rather have a disagreement than selling out her soul. Okay, 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So I want my dear Virgos to have love in your life and to find yourself in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in to you and your situation in Virgo season, Virgo. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a Queen of Swords in reversed, so it might show the need to see heads roll a little bit, maybe to say no to people and not be so very pleasant, to actually act accordingly with your truth, regardless if that makes you kind of into a real bee or not. Okay. So, old bottom of the deck, and it was the Star card. So it was something that you had high hopes for, something that you wanted to happen, and you might have felt very connected with a certain person or a certain situation, a dream of yours, and you felt blessed. And then in the next second or next season, you had to kind of end this, or put an end to something, or risk something, because you have to say your truth, the truth that's accordingly with your soul. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind, and this is the situation with said person, and this is what's on their mind about you, and this is your feelings towards them, the bond or the emotions that's between you, and this is their feelings towards you, and this is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for Virgo season, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation here, and we have an Ace of Swords in reverse, so someone isn't telling the truth, and you're probably picking up on that, but with the little page of coins that we saw in the beginning, you don't want to make a fuss out of it. So you're probably trying to cooperate with the person, even though you feel that they are lying, or you feel that they are not saying their truth. So it's a little bit please love me attitude from your end, Virgo. With the Ace of Swords here, I'm thinking the person is not either kind of aligning them with their highest truth. So it might be that they are trying to spare your feelings, or they might be scared that if they tell the truth, you will chop their head off, what we saw here. So I'm thinking both people in this equation has a little bit avoidant behavior, don't want to talk about the elephant in the room, because probably you don't want to repeat an old situation endlessly. So this time you're probably trying to do things in a better way. You want to make it this time, so you don't want to mess it all up. So you're trying to keep your head down and not make a mess. But the divine clearly wants the truth out on the table, and the mess to be made. Probably more to learn from this. So this is what's on your mind about the other person, or the person most on your mind. And we have a 7 of Cups here. So I think you have figured this person out. You know really what's going on underneath the surface. You just don't want this to be true. So the things you fear about this person, or the thing that you feel is off, it's off. Okay, you have already figured it out. It's just that it's almost like holding together a cup that's already broken. This is what you're trying to do here. But you have, at least you're not fooled. You know exactly what's going on. So even if this person lying, you know what they're lying about. And the only thing you're doing is lying to yourself about it, because you don't want the glass to be broken, or the cup to be broken. This is what's on their mind about you. And we have a Knight of Swords here. So I'm feeling two things. The first thing I felt was that they really want to come and tell you the truth. But they're also scared that you will be like this if they come and tell you the truth. I think they are used to being kind of picked on. If they are not aligning themselves with other people, they might be getting bullied a lot by their family or their friends, or maybe when they were younger. So immediately they think that lying is the best option, or to tell you white lies, because then everyone will be happy. But what they really need to do is to start to speak their own truth, regardless if that will hurt other people's feelings or not. And you are, of course, in the risk of getting your feelings hurt. But I think you have known what's going on here all along. It's just that you didn't want to know it. So this is your feelings towards this person. And we have the Hangman in reverse. So you're really on the verge of a big breakthrough here. Something that you weren't able to sacrifice in the past, you will be able to sacrifice it now. And I'm thinking it's this person or this situation. It's not saying that you need to break up with this person. It just says that you need to be willing to rather sacrifice the relationship than yourself. And I'm thinking that this is on your feeling level right now. You're on the verge of making this breakthrough where you can sacrifice things that you have put a lot of effort into, or have a lot of dreams attached to it. It's like when you meet someone and you think, now finally my life is put into the right place, everything is on the right place, and then the person is starting to act shady, and you think, no, I don't want this to break, so I'm trying to hold on, I'm trying to make the best of this. I'm going to keep my head low and see to that this doesn't blow up in my face. But what you really need to do is to acknowledge the elephant in the room, and rather sacrifice the situation, the relationship, the dream, than yourself, your own truth, what you know inside. Okay, so this is really, I'm thinking this relationship is like this at this point, so that you will learn to calibrate yourself with yourself. So you will learn to not lie to yourself. And this is what's on their feeling level. And we have a Three of Wands. So they really want to tell you something and want to communicate with you. It might be that for some of you there has already been some kind of breakup or some kind of distance, and they might want to come in and talk with you. Maybe they feel unjustly treated, or that you broke up with them and they didn't see it coming, or something similar to that. So that's for some of you that know that you're already in separation. For others of you that's not in separation, it seems like this person really want to get this thing, what they have been holding off from you. They want it off their chest. And that might mean trouble, of course, when they tell the truth that they have been hiding, because they know that their truth is not necessarily aligned with your truth or what you want. Their dream might not be aligned with what your dream. What they have done might not be accepted by you. Things like this. But they really want to come out with this truth here now. And this is the bond between you. And it's the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So it shows that there's trouble in paradise. What you have together is really valuable. It's a very strong bond between you two. But it might be that someone is just going to come in and sacrifice this because of an idea, or because of a feeling that they have. And I'm thinking it's this person to the right, which might be air or fire sign, but it's not necessarily like that. It might be masculine energy, male or female, but with a masculine element. So sometimes we need to do a mistake to know that it was a mistake so we can know better next time. And I'm thinking that's what's going on for this person. And you want a shortcut, you want a happily ever after immediately, but this person might need to do a mistake with you to later on be able to do the right thing. So it might be a mistake to come and say something to you now. For example, I don't feel right in this relationship. I want to take a time out. That might be a mistake because what's really going on is not that they don't feel the right thing for you. It's just that there's something inside of them. They might need to make to heal all the relationships with parents and siblings, but instead they are now practicing this, what they should have done all along, maybe with their original family. They are doing it with you. So you are getting kind of the heat from something that needs to be aimed towards their mother or their father or their siblings or their friends or their co-workers. Usually we do these things. We start to tell the truth in the situation where we feel safe. And it might be that this person is feeling safest with you, so you're getting all the heat. So that's what I'm feeling. So this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And for you, it's not a game. It's real life. You're taking this very seriously. For them, it might be that they are taking you maybe a little bit for granted. Remember that you had the High Priestess. It's number 2. This is 20, 2 plus 0, 2. So this card, Justice card, and High Priestess card are all connected. And it's about to stay and see the situation from an above perspective, to align with yourself and know that your intuition is true, your feelings are right, and making decisions from that. So you're in very good position to see right through this person and to know exactly what's going on, seeing exactly what kind of mistake they will do, and maybe you will tell them what you're seeing, like, yes, you are making a mistake right now. I'm thinking you are going to regret it, but you have free will. You can do whatever you want. And if this is your decision, and I'm accepting it. So you're being very grown up in this situation, but you're also trying to make this person see that there's a better outcome, that you can actually be aligned with this 10 of Cups if you just flip it over and, make it you against the world, instead of this person kind of making you into the problem when you are not really the problem. The problem lies within them and how they have been hurt before, how they have been maybe bullied in losing their own authority and things like this, and now they are trying to take it back, but together with you. So losing the only thing that maybe stands by their side at this point. But it's kind of necessary, and it's truth you don't want to know, but you know it, and you will act very grown up about it. So that's what I'm seeing. And this is the other person's behaviors and attitudes. And it's a Page of Wands in the reverse. So it's this person making this radical mistake. So they're going to jump into a conclusion and relieving themselves from their secret, but not knowing that you are not the problem. There's another deeper issue that's the problem. And it's again pointing to childhood. But we can't be more mature than what we are. We can't be on a higher evolved altitude than what we are. And it might be that this person is very evolved in another section of their life, but in this section, they haven't really practiced on doing this to sort out what they really feel, what they really like, what they really want. So they might be fighting windmills instead of doing the same thing in this situation. And sadly, it seems like you can just watch them doing this mistake, keeping your head high, keeping your dignity, your self-respect, and not let yourself be dragged down by this. And it's not a negative thing per se. In the long run, this will be a good thing for this person. Making this mistake will make them see the truth. And, oh, I should have done like that instead. Or I really love that person. Why did I let them go? And that is going to be a totally necessary life experience for this person. And if you try to keep the cup unbroken, you are not going to help them by letting things fall into pieces, if this is what this person wants, might be totally necessary for both your development, for coming out of this hangman, where you have sacrificed yourself for other people. Don't do that anymore. And for this person to grow up. For some of you, there might be a person who wants to come in and reunion with you, but they still haven't, like the penny hasn't really dropped just yet. So they don't really understand what's really going on. So they are not going to be able to give you what you want at this point. If you're a cross-watcher often find themselves on this side because the person that you're dealing with, the Virgo, is likely to not have same altitude of spiritual growth and likely not watching tarot videos. So it might be that your Virgo is on this side, but it can be different for different constellations. So the drama is usually the same, but you need to identify who are you in this equation. And sometimes it's great to put yourself in this other person's shoes, because then you can see what you are probably doing that's exact the same. Maybe not in this relationship, but maybe towards someone else. Because we are seeing this thing on the outside because we have it on our inside. So when you encounter a behavior that's difficult, you always should look, okay, so when am I doing this same thing and being self-destructive? So that can be helpful. And this is the outcome for Virgo season. And we have a King of Wands in the reverse. So it seems like this person will be very full of themselves, making this decision, saying these things, but really not being in the best position to make a great decision. But as I said, it's they need to make their own mistakes to learn. It's almost like a young person. The parents will say, don't do that. It's really dangerous. Don't drive too fast with your car now when you get a driver's license. And the child will say, yeah, I won't drive fast. And then they are doing it anyway because they feel kind of superior and on top of the world. I know now exactly. I have my shit together. I'm good at this. And then there's a lot of young people causing a lot of accidents in traffic due to this. But they can't learn from other people's mistakes, unfortunately. A part of it, we can learn from other people's mistakes. That's why there's you can train for getting your driver's license. There's a training program so that people that know can teach the people that don't know. But it's the question if this person listens or not. And clearly they are not listening because they are aiming all their attention towards whatever they think is going to be the solution here. So I'm going to take a Romance Angels oracle card for their love for you because it was a little bit unclear. We have Trust together with Honeymoon. Okay, so I'm thinking this person really loves you. Honeymoon usually don't come for those great situations. It usually comes for these situations. And sometimes for situations where a person kind of wants just a holiday feeling with you, but not the ultimate relationship. But you need to trust that this person they really love you. So even if they are kind of undeveloped and just want, they want sunshine and rainbows and, moon-filled, rowing the boat underneath a moon-filled sky. So they want this romance and no problems. And as soon as their problems or they're feeling something is out of whack, you are the problem. You are the things that needs to go or the things that needs to, change or whatever it's what they're going on with here. But trust that this person will probably find their way to this moonlit landscape eventually and know the value of things. Right now, they don't know the value of things, but eventually they will know the value of things. It doesn't mean that you need to sit and wait for them. Never wait for a person that's on a walkabout like this. Continue with your own life. Fill it with happiness and laughter and new relationships because you have the capacity to know what's right from wrong. So you have the chance to get real good relationships. So your love towards this person then. We have Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So it might be that you know already the thing that this person just have figured out. So you might want to take the leadership in this situation. It's not necessary, but it's a possible way forward. And this is guardian angel cards. So we'll take a card for you to see what's no, that was the wrong card, sorry, it's a new deck, so I will take the other. No, it was the same. Okay. Sorry for that. Awkward. Yeah, okay, again. Trust. So you are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessing interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension, and it's the hangman here. Let go, yes, and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. Okay, so now you got the trust once. So really, really, really trust yourself at this point, because you are kind of, we saw that with the High Priestess as well, that you know exactly what needs to be done here. You just don't want to do it. You just want to keep this broken cup together. But everything will fall into the right place if you just trust your own moral values and principle when it comes to love. And when you trust your own instincts and your own feelings, and the things you know is out of whack, it's out of whack. And do something about it. Talk about it. Have an open conversation. Really listen to the other person and the thing that they are saying. Trust it. Don't try to make your own interpretation on what they are saying. That, oh, they're saying that they want to have a pause, but really they want to, they just want to play with me, so I will love them more. No, if they want to pause, listen to what the person is saying, not because it's the truth, but because they need to have consequences for their action. So if they're saying something, let them stand by their words. Okay. So, my dear Virgos, thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. And if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on your spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. And thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers. So until next time, take really good care and bye-bye.